and welcome to GCash Money Talks. It's an online series where we talk about how to save, manage, and grow our money na kayang-kaya natin lahat together with GCash. So my name is Jaz Reyes. I'm going to be your host this evening. And to everybody who's here on our Facebook page, thank you so much for taking the time out on your Friday night to spend it with us. Okay, ito yung very first episode natin, guys. And we will be learning how we can all get richer and grow money. O, diba? Who don't want that? So today, we'll be talking about paano nga ba mag-invest, diba? I know, baka marami sa atin na i-intimidate when it comes to investing. So don't worry, because we're gonna make this very approachable, conversational, very friendly, and easily to understand, diba? Para kaya natin lahat mag-invest together with GCash. So meron silang latest na tinatawag nilang GCash, o diba? Of course, do stay chance to win a GCash starter pack credited straight to your GCash accounts. Exciting, diba? So stay tuned, okay? Dito lang kayo. So, magkukwento lang ako a little bit about ako. Paano ako nag-invest? Paano ba ako nag-start? So, una yung mindset natin is really to save money, diba? Gusto ko lang mag-save, lagay natin sa bangko, yung money, okay na yan. Pero we have to take it a step further. What is it that we can do after just saving the money? How can we make that money saved work for us? So habang natutulog tayo, habang nakameme lang tayo, the money is earning for us. So that's another form of earning, another flow of money that we can always have. So sabi ko, okay, kailangan ko na i-change yung mindset ko na kailangan ko mag-set aside ng pera para mapasok ko sa mga investments so that in the future, I could even earn from the money I earned. Kasi we worked hard for our money, so alam natin yan. And sometimes, the money that I earn, especially in my job, which is entertainment, which is media, which is social media as well, hindi siya constant. So, there are months na I would worry, saan ba ako kukuha ng pera? Or, shocks, grabe yung spending ko last time. Kulang na yung mga na-save ko sa bank. So, what's good with investing is I always think about those months na, okay, hindi naman siya sobrang good when it comes to gigs, when it comes to work. So, at least meron akong money set aside na investment that is actually earning for me, where in months that I need extra cash, meron akong a little bit there. So I really started out, konti lang talaga yung cash ko, konti lang talaga na invest ko, at nahiya nga ako, sabi ko, hala, konti lang malagay ko. But you know what? That little amount can double, can triple, can quadruple, and can even be times 70 or times 100 depending on where you invested. So don't worry, you don't need to have how much money in the bank para maka-invest, diba? Kasi usually mga big tycoons, ganun. Don't worry, you yourself can do it, you yourself can start now, and you yourself can also be up there in the tycoon world. Yung mga idols natin, kayang-kaya niyan ma-achieve. Kasi earlier this March, alam mo, the investment world, na-shock talaga tayo. Kasi GCash launched its GCinvest. Ito mismo, grabe, sobrang excited ako kasi sabi ko, alam mo, gusto ko sana ng ganito sa app. Tapos, magically, meron na sila. So, ito, sa GCash kasi, I've been using it ever since it came out. So, I used it to send money, pay bills, buy insurance. Super love ko din yung feature nila, the G-Save. But now, meron na din akong pwedeng i-invest. So, meron siyang local and meron siyang global funds din. So, pa, diba? Not to mention, you can also invest in their funds for as low as 50 pesos lang. O, diba? Pero meron din silang funds as low as 1,000 pesos din. So, you just have to choose where you're comfortable with. So, parang din bumibili tayo ng milk tea. So, wag lang tayo bumili ng milk tea, makaka-invest na tayo. Pwede na tayong maging owner ng Ayala Company. O, diba? So, I've seen it on the vlogs of so many people talaga. Meron tayong Chiquitan, Brother Bo, Rex Mendoza, etc. Grabe, sobrang legit kasi talaga when I watch them and they're talking about this one. And kaya nga today, we're gonna be talking exactly that. Taking a first look into the new GCinvest feature of the GCash app. So, before we get into the app, I'd like to call on some friends who can help explain this further and really make this conversation more meaningful for everyone. Our first guest is a mom, former actress, fitness enthusiast, and content creator. Total hashtag goals talaga when it comes to how to start a family. She's none other than the Melissa Ricks. Hi, Melissa!
Hello everyone!
Our next guest is also a content creator who's an expert on all things beauty and fashion, but recently she launched a smart business of her own. So let's all welcome Lou Sanchez. Hi, Lou!
Hi everyone!
And joining us today is a personal finance blogger and content creator in the know. She also did an earlier vlog of GCash last month, so it's kind of exciting to see how far her investments have come since then. So let's all welcome Thea Sy Bautista. Hi, Thea! And of course, also joining us is the head of investments for GCash. So she basically memorizes the app in and out. So if you want hacks, she's the best one to ask. She's the one to go to, okay? So let's all welcome Maxine Pinpin. Hi, Maxine! Hi guys! Thank you so much for joining us today. I'm sure lahat tayo excited to hear about what we all think about GCash. Pero before anything, okay? I wanted to ask si Max, can you tell us more about the app? Kahit briefly lang, ano yung GCash and what made you decide to launch something like this?
Yeah, sure. So GCash is actually an investment marketplace that gives you access to professionally managed investment funds that grow your money. We wanted something that makes it easy for everyone to unlock their different life goals and make their money work just as hard as them. We know naman investments can be intimidating, but the reason why we launched it on GCash was to literally break that thought. So having it on your phone, making the steps easier, and with just a click of a button and for just 50 pesos, we make everyone an investor.
That's actually so true, Max. I talked about it in my vlog as well na ang dami-daming benefits ng investing. But unfortunately, a lot of people miss out on the opportunity to grow their money kasi nga may impression na kailangan malaki kagad yung money mo to start investing, and also yung ibang mga tao medyo nai-intimidate sila kasi pag sinabi ng investments ang naiisip na nako, finance yan, math, may numbers. But as we all know, that shouldn't be the case anymore because we can start investing for as low as 50 pesos, and also pwedeng beginner friendly naman pala yung approach, such as what with GCash is doing. Imagine you're setting aside money instead of sa savings account that yields 0.15% interest per annum. You can invest it in a fund na lang, for example, and see your money grow by twice, thrice. Syempre, depende na rin kung paano yung fund performance. And also, if you're planning for your next goal, diba, it's easier to save when you know how to invest and you're smart with your finances.
Actually, that's very true. Everything that you said, parang naalala ko yung mga sinasabi din ng parents ko with my money, how I can make it work for me. And let's talk about that mindset because I think this is one of the first things you need to acknowledge with the whole investment journey. So, si Lou and Melissa, can you tell us where you're currently at when it comes to investing? And for everyone watching feel free to share your feelings, yung mga thoughts natin sa chat box, okay? So who knows, you might get a special GCash starter pack when you do so. So Lou can go first.
Okay, so, for me, I'm very young and I'm very new to investing, so my knowledge about investment is very limited. The only investment that I have right now is my online shop, yung Switchcraft PH. There I sell my stationery and scrapbooking stuff, but that is very physical, and I am looking for something that doesn't really require a lot of effort. So I'm very excited to try this out, but I admit it's kind of scary because I've seen this in movies. I know about the high risk, high reward. I know about the malulugi. I know about the stock crashes.
Yes!
It's kind of scary, to be honest, but as I've said, I'm very interested and I'm very excited to try this out because I can tell din naman that in the long run, this is gonna be sustainable for me. And if ever pwede na ulit mag-travel, I have a travel fund and I can travel myself.
Yes, alam mo, that is so true, Lou. Sabi nga nila, meron ngang high risk, high reward. So, kahit pa paano, alam mo yun, nakakatakot pa rin. Especially knowing, I have a family now to think of. I have a full household to support and business ventures that obviously need me also. So, for me, yung investments, medyo hesitant pa rin ako. And, akala ko kasi before, kailangan maraming pondo na. Like, parang kailangan meron ka ng mga 500,000 na nasa bank, tapos dun ka lang pwede mag-invest. Or parang kailangan iyayamanin ka talaga, alam mo yun. Pero actually, I want to make investing more regular so that, malay mo, this can also help with Kiara's tuition fee, Raymond someday, and then, alam nyo naman, ang mahal ng online school. Of course, gastos pa rin yun.
Yeah, and those are all very valid concerns, no? I mean, kahit kanino naman may isip mo talaga yon. But the mindset actually that we want to shift with everyone is that hindi ka dapat ma-inconvenience sa investments. They're here to help you, and it's a new way of looking at it through your investments. You can make your business grow. You can save tuition for a family member, or for you, Lou, no? Take more vacations and buy those big ticket dreams. And that's why we made GInvest, so that Filipinos could be empowered to achieve what they set themselves out to do. But, it's also just a reminder that as much as this is a new product and really revolutionary, investments also take time. So it's not just about a one-time big move, but also the consistency of nurturing that habit as well. So that's why we made this webinar series, to get everyone in that right mindset kung paano nga ba mag-invest.
Love it. Kailangan doon na tayo sa mindset na yan. So everyone, now that we know a little bit about where we're all at investment-wise, baka let's try the app. And everyone sa Facebook, I suggest you guys follow along too. Para syempre, ma-experience din ninyo ang app na to. And of course, feel free again to ask questions about the app through the comment section. Go ahead and just type it down, okay? So, we're gonna let Lou and Melissa explore GInvest yung last week. So we had them try it out so they could tinker in, they could invest, they could experience. I love it. I'm feeling ko super excited na sila magkwento. But before today, parang nag-trial run na lang sila. And ako, gumagamit na din ako. And nag-invest na ako twice actually ever since na nag-start siya. So, I've always been wanting to learn more about all the features here. So, it's a good time to open the floor on some of the terms na baka hindi namin naintindihan masyado, diba? And for Max and Thea to give us naman yung mga tips as our resident investment expert back. So, I can start. Meron ako question. Ano tong sinasabi? At every time you start there's always risk profiling, right? So I notice a lot of people tend to ask, ano ba to? Ano, risky ba talaga to? Oh my God, am I gonna lose my money? Parang yung mga naiisip nila ganon.
Yes, that's true. So for me, high risk po ba ako or low risk? Or if ganon, dapat ba yung investment ko match lang din doon?
So, okay, let me help you with that, Luno. So, para saan ba yung risk profiling? It's basically just a simple test. Hindi naman yan graded, so walang right or wrong answer dyan. But it basically evaluates your willingness and ability to take risks. Kasi, di ba, syempre, kailangan mo din humanap ng mga investment options na fit sa needs mo. And what works for someone may not necessarily work for another person. Meron kasi tayong mga tinatawag na mga risk-averse people. Ibig sabihin yan, yung pag nakikita nila na bumababa na yung value ng fund nila, medyo nahihirapan sila matanggap or medyo uncomfortable sa pakiramdam nila. So, there are different factors na kina-consider pag nag-risk profiling. Kasama dito yung time horizon. Kung hanggang kailan mo ba siya gustong i-hold? Short term lang ba? Medium or long term? Yung purpose mo for the investment, ang balak mo lang ba for it is ma-beat niya yung inflation para ma-preserve yung value ng money mo? Or gusto mo ba na aggressive siya na substantial yung returns? And also important din yung how much loss in value can you accept? Kasi let's be honest, lahat naman tayo gusto ng mataas na returns. Pero take note that the higher the potential return is, the higher the risk din. So wala ding high returns tapos guaranteed at no risk. So if you're the type of investor na you cannot take that much risk, you're more on the conservative side. Pero kung ikaw naman yung game ka kahit na medyo risky, for higher potential returns, di nasa medyo aggressive side ka. But it's a spectrum kasi. So, pwedeng in between ka lang, moderately aggressive, or moderately conservative. So, since ito na nga yung guide natin, no, yung risk profile natin, ideally, you pick investments with risk ratings that match your appetite. So, yan naman sa GInvest, naka-indicate naman yan sa details ng bawat fund na available.
I have a question. Kasi akala ko dati, pag investment stocks na siya, same rin po ba yun dito? Kasi I noticed na yung mga names, funds, magkaiba ba yun?
Yeah. So actually, common misconception nga yan. An investment fund is different from a stock. And so what's an investment fund, no? It's when people combine their money and they hand it over to a fund manager who invests the money in different asset classes, like stocks, bonds, currencies, and it's based on a specific theme. So bale yung fund manager is the one picking the stocks for you. And when you press buy on a fund, you're actually buying a unit or a share of the fund, not a specific stock. Just that fund that invests in those assets. And so what are the funds now? So for this drop, we have 2 local funds and 3 global funds. So first, we have the money market fund. This is a conservative fund where you park your money while looking for your next investment. So it invests in short-term investments like time deposits, T-bills. We also have the Philippine Total Return Bond Fund. This is a moderate fund which gives you exposure to bonds from local companies and the local government. Next, we have the Philippine Smart Equity Index Fund. This one naman is an aggressive fund that invests in the companies that are in the PSEI Index or the Philippine Stock Exchange Index. We have the Global Technology Feeder Fund. It's an aggressive fund that invests in companies trailblazing in tech like Apple, Samsung, Google. And then we also have the Global Consumer Trends Fund, which is another aggressive fund that invests in companies innovating for consumers like Amazon, Alibaba, Shopee. So ayun. So for now, these are the funds that we're launching. And we have a complete suite of funds from conservative up until aggressive. And going back to what Thea said, you can use your risk profile and your goals as a guide to choose your investments.
O, di ba? Dati hanggang funda lang tayo. Ngayon, iba-ibang funds na tayo. So, the question's a little different. But a lot of time then, I get asked if now is a good time to invest. You know, always that, is it good na? Pasok na ba ako ng pera? Okay na ba? And I know that the market constantly fluctuates. So, what's the best answer when somebody says it? And what's your recommendation, Thea?
Okay, for me, ito lang yung take ko, pero iba-iba kasi tayo ng perspective. But it would always depend on your current financial situation and needs. So, may mga long-term investors kasi tayong tinatawag, and they may see the current market situation as a good entry point. For example, ako, long-term investor ako, and based on my assessment, mukhang yung economy natin sa Pilipinas mag-i-improve siya in the next 5 to 10 years. But, let me just say na that's just for me. So, willing akong mag-invest. Pero since magkakaiba nga tayo ng risk profile and purpose and goals for our investment, I always recommend to make decisions that are practical for you. So, you have to consider ano ba yung income mo, magkano ba yung expenses mo, and see how investing fits into that. I also have to emphasize though na hindi natin kailangan ng large sum of money kaagad to start investing. As mentioned earlier nga, we can start investing for as low as 50 pesos. And what I recommend that you do, kung magkano man yung kayang i-accommodate ng budget nyo, is to do it monthly. Kasi when it comes to investing, consistency is key.
Love that. And yung nga sinasabi nga din nila, parang yung time in the market is just better than timing the market. Wag mo i-time yan. Basta kapag feel mo na, you know what, okay yan. Maganda yung mga tips mo, Thea. I will keep that in mind and I will apply that. Kasi minsan nakaka-pressure din ay parang kailangan na pumasok. And also for Max, how exactly does GCash, the process, works now for us consumers?
Yeah, okay. So for GCash, I guess I'll walk you through how to actually register and also transact, no? So how it works is first you have to log on to the GCash app. And remember not to give your MPIN to anybody to ensure that your account is safe. So once you log on, you actually won't immediately find the icon in the GCash dashboard. So you need to tap Show More. Then you'll find the GCash icon here under the financial services category. So you tap that. Okay. So if it's your first time to use GCash, it's super easy. You'll just be asked for extra verification to access it. And you'll have to confirm your address, email address, and answer 9 questions about your profile. So it'll ask you things like your investment experience, your goals. It'll also ask you if you're a US person. So ayun, you just have to answer that. And once you see a confirmation page which displays your risk profile assessment result, you'll find out kung conservative ka ba, or moderate, or aggressive. And after that, you'll receive an email and a text message confirming your GCash registration. So ayun, so once registered, all you need to do now is open the GCash button. You have to tap View Investment Products, and then you get to choose an investment fund by tapping View Details. So this is where you can see information about your fund, and kung decided ka na, you can tap Buy, then enter the amount that you want to invest. And of course, you'll see the processing time at the bottom of the page. And then next, you'll be asked to read and accept the terms and conditions of the buy order. So if you confirm your order, ayun na, tapos na, it's done.
So, Thea, I have a question because I know this takes time. Pero kayo po, kamusta na yung investment nyo ngayon?
Ako naman, nag-start lang ako sa 4,000 pesos. So, I chose 4 different funds, tagwa 1,000 pesos. Peso Bond Fund, Equity Index, Global Consumer Trends, and Global Tech Fund. Just to get a feel of how the platform works. And sakto lang din kasi talaga na now, I'm in the process of diversifying my investment portfolio. Kasi lahat ng pera ko na nasa investment, nasa Philippine market. Pero medyo hirap akong mag-diversify papuntang global market kasi hindi ako masyadong maalam sa global stocks. So, I decided na yung excess funds ko ilagay sa Global Tech Feeder Fund. And so far naman, nung chinek ko kaninang umaga yung investment portfolio ko, nag-gain naman ako from the day na nag-invest ako. So, total portfolio gain. However, may 2 funds na medyo bumaba ng onti yung valuation, specifically the Philippine Equity Index Fund and the Global Consumer Trends Feeder Fund. Pero for me, as a long-term investor, it's acceptable kasi ang projection ko naman is in the future, I just need to wait a bit more for the valuation to recover.
Ayun, I have another question. Is there like a right or wrong way to invest? Like, dapat ba safe lang lagi at mag-invest sa isa? Or okay lang ba yung maglagay ka sa madami or ilagay mo sa lahat? Okay lang ba yun?
Okay, I can share with you my tips. But if you're just starting out, tas kung limited pa naman yung money mo that you can invest, you can pick one fund. Yun. Pero eventually, what I recommend is that you diversify. Kasi, alam ko narinig nyo na rin to, do not put all your eggs in one basket. So, if you place all your money kasi in one fund lang, as with any other form of investment naman to, pag nag-grow yung money nyo doon by 50%, then that's good. Pero what if medyo mahirap yung market ngayon and nag-dip by 20% yung valuation, then your whole investment portfolio will be affected. Versus, pag ang ginawa mo is nag-diversify ka into different funds. So, kung ang isang fund mo ay bumaba ng onti yung value, pwede siyang i-offset ng potential gain sa ibang funds.
Oh, ang galing. So, ang dami ko natutunan. Wait, from lahat ng mga conversation natin. Pero I think we can all agree na napakadali talaga gamitin ang GInvest. I wish, you know what, there was something like this, that this is so easy when I first started in investment. I remember sabi nga ni Thea, yung, when it comes to global, especially global investment, ang hirap, especially yung ibang mga apps dyan, or paano ba mag-start. It's so convoluting, it's so difficult, but now we can do it again locally and globally. So, Lou and Melissa, you know, you've literally invested in 10 companies na in this conversation. Possible yan. And it's really a game changer kasi ilang buttons ang na-press mo, and I can't believe all you need, again, and all you need again one valid ID. Tsaka yung GCash app mo, yan lang. Alam mo, yung ibang proseso dati, girl, 3 hours of my life gone. So, for everyone watching, you know, you can keep your questions coming in. Nakikita po namin yan. And we do have the GCash team. They're online right now to answer lahat ng mga questions ninyo you have related to any of the product. Okay, so stay tuned. And listen closely kasi later on, magkakaroon din tayo ng game where we will be giving away GInvest starter packs. So, we'll be crediting that certain amount to your e-wallets, diba? Para you can really start investing na in GInvest. Huwag ka lang bumili ng milk tea, guys. I-invest mo na lahat yan na makukuha mo, okay? It's a sign. Diba? But before we get to that, some of our viewers then have sent in yung ibang mga questions nila. So, let's get to one. Si Joe, sabi niya, paano ba mag-apply para sa GInvest? Kailangan pa ba mag-submit ng ano bang things online? I think Max can answer this.
So, actually, the answer is no. All you need is your verified GCash account, and you just need to be 18 years old, and you need one valid ID. So that's it. It's all done through the app, so there's no more hassle of going out to fill out papers. Di mo na kailangan pumunta sa bank. And you don't need to wait for someone to call you back and give you paperwork at every step of the way. So even your risk assessment is done through the app, and in a series of clicks. So it's all on the app.
Super easy, guys. Thanks, Max. Our next question is from Thea. Sabi niya, safe ba to? Konti lang kasi yung pera niya. Gusto ko sana mapagkakatiwalaan yung saan ba yung nilalagay niya. And I think, Max, you can also answer this.
So yeah, of course it's safe. So GCash is actually regulated by the BSP. So at the end of the day, you can trust GCash with your money. And we'll also never ask for your personal information like your MPIN. So be sure now when you set up your GCash account, and when you create your GInvest account, you follow all the security steps lang. Also, just wanted to say that GInvest works with Atram and Seedbox Technologies. So these are two of the leading investment firms in the country. Atram being a trust corporation that is regulated by the BSP, and Seedbox being an investment technology provider. They're the ones that make sure that the funds are working well and secure.
Pak, super profesh, diba? Thank you for that question. Ito naman si Maui, sabi niya, how do you transfer or withdraw your money? Kasi syempre, lalagay ka dito sa mga investment. Makukuha ko ba yan? Is it easy? Kasi baka mamaya, paligoy-ligoy tayo, hindi ko makukuha yung cash. That's a very good question. Max, how easy is it?
Right. So when you open your GCash app and you click on the invest icon, yung mukhang flower pot, no? You'll see the different options to choose from. And so when you place your buy orders, these are funded through your GCash e-wallet. you simply put the amount and you get instant confirmation that your investment has been placed. Okay. So from there, it takes 2 to 4 business days for us to set up your investment so that it appears on your app. You'll also get notified once your buy order has been completed and when it will finally reflect on your app. Now, for withdrawing your investments, you simply have to choose the sell order. You tap sell, and then you follow pretty much the same process, no? So again, you'll get notified once your money has been settled as well.
Nice. So, ito, last question. Si Nicole, sabi niya, sabi continuous daw yung pag-invest. So, kahit 50 pesos a month, okay na ba? Kasi may chance ba na malugi pa ako in the end? So, I think Max and then Thea can answer this one, or Max or Thea, or si Thea?
So, when it comes to investments, regardless naman kung saan kang investment option nag-place ng money, no, mapa stocks pa niyan, small business or funds, of course, walang 100% chance na hindi tayo malulugi. That's why it's important rin na alam natin kung ano yung ginagawa natin. We do our due diligence, we do our research before we decide on where to invest and magkano yung ipi-place nating money. Diba? We have to be financially prepared, but more importantly, dapat emotionally, your mind is conditioned as well. And also, cliche as it may sound, though, it's a really working relationship with your finances. You have to make the conscious effort talaga to be consistent. Hindi lang yung parang one time nag-place ka ng money and then boom, the next day, nag-grow na siya by 100%. It's not a get-rich-quick scheme. So when it comes to investing, consistency is key talaga.
Thank you so much sa mga nagpadala ng mga questions ninyo, and I hope our guests today were able to answer them. And I'm sure excited na kayo for our next segment. It's GCash Quiz. We'll be asking a series of questions, and all you have to do is type in the correct answer dun sa chat box. We'll be choosing winners and then you'll be winning none other than the GCash Starter Pack. It's gonna be credited straight to your account so you can start investing. Oh, wag ka na dun sa milk tea, ha? Lahat ng mga winnings mo, lagay mo na dito sa GCash. So guys, G na ba kayo? We're gonna be starting our question, okay? We're gonna go to Thea first. What is our first question?
Okay, for our first question, what is the minimum amount required to start investing on GCash's funds?
Yan. Ano ba yung minimum amount required? Pinag-usapan na natin to, guys. And mind you, meron tayong local, meron din po tayong global funds. So, dalawa po yan. So, you can answer both. You can answer one. Go ahead. Kung alam mo yung both. At mukhang madami, Thea, ang alam ng answer natin. So, Thea, go ahead and confirm what is our answer.
Okay, so for local funds, the minimum amount required is 50 pesos. And for global funds naman, it's 1,000 pesos.
Ayan. So, kayang-kaya na ninyo yan, guys, ha? Again, global and local funds. So, that's our first question. Our next question is coming from Lou. Go ahead.
Yes, and I really hope you guys can answer this kasi sobrang dali ng first question na gusto ko siyang sagutin myself. But you know, I have to give chance to you guys kasi nag-start ako mag-GCash. Okay, question number 2. This is very easy. How many funds are currently available on the platform? How many? Kanina in-explain sa ating lahat kung ilan yan. And if you started na kanina, kung nakipindot ka rin sa GCash mo, malalaman mo kung ilan to. Super dali.
Totoo. Nako. Clue. Not more than 10. O yan. O may clue na ako. May pa-clue ako, ha. More than 1, less than 100. Yan. Yan ang clue natin. Ang dami. Ayan, nagsagot na sila. So, mukhang gets yung iba, medyo nawala. Pero yung iba, alam nila yung answer. So, ano yung answer natin, Lou?
Ang answer natin ay we have 5 funds available on the GCash platform. So I really hope you guys got that.
Yeah, yung 5 na yan guys ha. So meron tayong money market fund, meron tayong global consumer trends fund, meron po tayong global technology feeder fund. We also have a total return peso bond fund and PSE index fund. Yung ibang mga funds na to, iba-iba po yung risk nila ha. So make sure you know which one you want to invest in. Yon. Okay, our next question is coming from Melissa.
Ayan, ito, napakadali lang ng tanong na ito at alam kong alam na alam nyo to. Ito na, are you ready? Okay, what are the requirements to start investing in GInvest? Oh, alam na alam.
That is so easy.
Naku!
Guys.
Go, go, go!
Sagot na
Actually,
kayo
tinanong
dyan.
na siya. Tinanong na siya. May mga sagot na yung iba, medyo pasaway yung sagot, pero nakakatawa naman. I love it. But most of them already know what the answer is. So Melissa can reveal what do they need.
Of course, ang kailangan nyo lang guys ay isang valid ID at syempre ang iyong GCash account.
Yan. Which I'm sure meron na kayong GCash account niyo. So, and I'm sure may valid ID kasi kasi kapag wala kayong valid ID, hindi kayo makaka-GCash account. So, hanapin mo na yan, yung driver's license natin. Okay. So, next up, actually last na to guys. Last question na natin. It is coming from Max.
Okay, so last question guys. True or false? Sa halagang 50 pesos, para ka nang naging owner ng Ayala Company.
Bomba.
O, diba?
Why
Yes.
not?
I'm
50 pesos
sorry.
lang. Diba? Tigilan
I'm
mo lang
sorry.
sa additional sinker sa mga milk tea. Pwede ka nang
Yes.
owner ng Ayala Company.
Parang
And again,
owner ng
Parang-
Ayala
yes, parang
Company.
owner.
Mhm.
Parang owner ng Ayala Company. Diba?
Yes,
True
yung
or
shipping
false?
fee,
Ano po yung sagot
Yung shipping
natin?
fee sa Shopee, pwede ka nang maging owner ng Ayala.
Oo, di ba? Parang owner. Okay, so let's see what is, medyo mixed yung sagot nila. So, Max, ano po yung tamang sagot?
Okay, o nga, mixed tayo, no? But the correct answer is true. So, para kang naging owner ng Ayala Company kasi you don't actually own Ayala. You only own a share of the fund. So, ayun, you get to share in the growth of Ayala, but not really as an owner. So, parang lang.
Oh, pwede yan as a gift pa rin, no? Babes, ano gift mo sa birthday mo? Oh, para ka ng owner ng Ayala Company, diba?
Ay,
Pwede
pwede
mo
na
yan
rin.
sabihin? Pwede ba yan sa resume ko? Diba? Pwede yan sa resume ko, parang owner ng Ayala Company. I share in the blessings of Ayala,
Yeah, I
diba?
don't need flowers anymore. I don't need flowers. I need fun.
Yes! I love that! Gusto ko, wag na flowers. Fund me in my funds na lang. Kahit 50 pesos
Yes.
lang. Oh, diba?
Love it.
Very wonderful gift. And you know what? That wraps up our game segment. For our winners, you'll receive a message from GCash Official's Facebook page very soon. So please check your inbox. Nag-slide na po kami sa DMs ninyo. Baka po kayo ang nanalo ng GInvest Starter Pack. Okay? So sobrang saya, sobrang entertained, and also ang dami ko natuto. Probably the most invested I've been in an hour's worth of Facebook Live. So sobrang, I really do hope guys na you learn something new, you learn something fun today, and more importantly, sana nag-start na talaga kayo, nag-open po kayo ng cellphone ninyo at nag-start na po kayo in GInvest. Again, sobrang dali lang. In less than 5 clicks, you can set up your account, and all you need, one valid ID. Yan lang. That's all you need to set it up. So, saan ka pa? Diba? Yung dating kape mo, yung dating additional milk tea sticker, yung mga shipping fee mo lang. Naku, pwede ka ng parang owner sa top 30 companies in the Philippines. Diba? So, I also love to thank Melissa, Lou, Thea, Max, your energy, your expertise. Thank you so much. For joining us, and of course, for our viewers as well, thank you so much for keeping us company. So, once again, my name is Jaz Reyes, and I'm so invested, and I can't wait to see you all again sa mga next leg of the GCash Money Talk. So, please have a great day, start investing, and we'll see you again soon. Bye, guys!
Bye!
Bye! Thanks for watching!